that thing is huge. I don't know if it's a publicity stunt or if he's serious or he's just trying to lock her down with the engagement because he knows that her boyfriend is released from jail.
Okay, so guys, for the live who's just tuning in, if you're just tuning in, the question is, would you or should you wait for your man or girlfriend to get out of prison? And if you and if you'll wait, like how long would you wait? Like if it's an 8-year, if it's like 4 bullets, 3 bullets, you know what I mean? If it's 2 years, what's
the wait time?
What's the wait time?
So Mark, if you were dating this thugged out John, right? Like she was bad, but she was like straight, she was crippin', or she was with the blood, she was just
okay, so if I was dating a thug joint, if I was dating a thugged out joint, nope, I would not wait, not at all. Nope.
What?
Nope. If she wasn't
she will cut you when she comes out.
If she was
serious, that's your life, bro.
Listen to me.
Okay.
If she wasn't about that life, and something happened where she ended up in prison, then that's a reason for me to wait, because it's like, all right. You know what I mean? Like, if it was like she's not really about that life and she ended up... Because any one of us could end up in prison at any moment. Just like a mistake happens. And we have involuntary manslaughter, like, I don't know, whatever the case may be. Any one of us could end up in prison. But if she's about that life, knowing full well the consequences, and she ends up...
But you still dating her, though.
I know.
Like you've been dating her. You've been dating her. So you telling me if she's all West Side and everything or whatever, East Side? I don't know what they say in Jersey. I'm not sure. What do they say in Jersey?
Dirty Jers.
Dirty Jers?
Yeah.
I thought that was just because people were just dirty, not per se you, but the dirty Jers. That's not too gangster.
Well, saying West Side and East Side is not gangster. You're just saying where you're from. So if you're saying, if you're asking me what the gangsters say, I don't know.
You don't know what the gangsters say because you have your Rough Riders bandana on. And,
really?
I thought you was just repping your set. I didn't know if there was something you needed to tell me that I didn't know. And I was just treading lightly, making sure. But
okay, yeah, tread lightly.
Okay, I don't know. I don't want no smoke. So you're telling me you would not wait for her? That's kind of messed up. You got into a relationship with her knowing she was a thug, John, knowing she caught some bodies, knowing she out there doing what she got to do, making it, and she get booked, and you just going to leave her? You just going to leave her like that?
Absolutely.
That's so wrong. That's so messed
What
up.
would you do?
That's so messed up. Well, depending on how thugged out she is, if she's really about that life, and depending on how many bodies she caught. If she caught a couple bodies, I'm staying there because I'm not, no. And it's like, oh, baby, okay, you got booked. I'll be here for you. And you go run around? Nah, I'm good. Because that's just going to be another body. That's it. She's going to have like 6 teardrops on her.
First of all, if she got... What did she get caught for? How long is she in for? Because if she's in for like a year...
2 years.
No, can't do it. Sorry.
Can't 2 years?
No, not.
So then what was you dating her for in the first place?
To date.
So then you not no ride or die. You're not going to do that.
I'm not. No, unless we're married, I'm not ride or die with somebody I'm dating.
Not at all.
No.
That's really messed up.
We got to be married for me to be ride or die.
But then you're supposed to be ride or die before you get married. That's what.
Yeah,
that's why you say I'm going to get married.
But the thing is, I'm not going to be ride or die for a chick that's like in that.
But
life.
you dated her.
Yeah, right. Okay, so
you would never. Okay, so would you ever date a chick that's like a?
And then there's like ride or I'm not really gonna die for you, but we'll go hard for you though.
Okay, like
ride or go hard and ride or die. That's two different things.
Okay. Would you ever date a girl that's been locked up?
That's been locked up, yeah.
You would?
Yeah, she's out now.
Depends. Do you watch Orange is the New Black?
No, I don't.
Okay. It's an excellent show. I honestly probably, I haven't watched it like I should be watching it, but I think I got into like 5 episodes of the first season. The only reason why I say that is because there's this one chick on there, like, extremely attractive, and she's locked up. And then you have what's her name that was in the Madea movie where you remember Madea goes to jail.
Okay.
And the Spanish on that was a little crazy. She was locked up. So are you telling me you wouldn't talk to somebody like that?
No.
No.
I don't care how attractive she is. She has to be attractive.
Doesn't everybody get a second chance?
I said after she's out.
After she's out.
Yeah.
See, but you're not a real one.
I'm
you should be
absolutely
with
real.
them.
Upfront with it. I'm being 100% upfront that no, I'm not about this life. So if you want to date me and you're about this life, know that if you get locked up, you know I'm not about this life. So
you going to tell them right off the bat, like, okay, I'm not.
I'm going to tell them right off. That's how you got to be in any relationship. You got to be honest right off the bat, and what you are seeking from that relationship. You gotta what you're seeking from the relationship, and I mean you got to say what you're seeking from the relationship, and you got to be honest about it. Because if not, you could be perceived as a player or whatever if you're trying to get into a relationship and you aren't serious about it. So in the beginning of the relationship, I'm gonna say, listen, I know you about this thug life, this drama, but I'm not about that life. So, I mean, if you want to pursue me, just know that if stuff pop off, I had to catch myself. I almost was cursing. Like my little 1% of thug life that was in me started to come out. Like if pop off, son. But no, that look, if it pop off and you get caught, well, that's our relationship right there. I'll ride or die with you all the way until the courtroom, and then after that, we're not in a relationship no more. I'm sorry, sweetie.
Yeah, I don't know if.
Oh, look who tuned in.
Who's that?
Nas.
Nas, all the way from Sudan. Is the camera just on me? I have to get that 360 thing where we can flip back and forth.
Well, it's flipping back and forth. I'm flipping.
Oh, you're flipping it back. Pause. Okay. All right. Okay. What up, Nas? What's going on? What is she? What is she saying?
She didn't say nothing. She just said she's watching. I mean, we can ask her the question. So, Nas, would you?
No, I want to know what's going on in Sudan because she's all over there. I want to know how that trip was and everything.
All right. Well, yeah, that sounds like a conversation. I don't know if she could text a whole conversation through a Facebook Live, but
could she call in? She could call in. That would be a crazy phone bill at the station. Oh, what? Hey, look at a phone bill, like a $50 bill for 5 minutes.
So the question is, would you stay with your man if he gets locked up, Nas?
For 2 years.
For 2 years.
Based off the whole Cardi B situation, her man was locked up for 2, I think. Yeah, it had to been at the most 2 years, and he finally got released. But I'm sure you know Offset proposed to her last week, and the weekend that just passed.
See, there's different levels of commitment. Like, if it's just your girlfriend, then that's a certain level of commitment. Then if it's your fiance, that's a deeper level of commitment. And if it's your wife, that's an even deeper level of commitment. So, as far as me waiting around for a girlfriend, it's just a girlfriend. Yeah. Like, it's not like it's my
who has
brother.
ties to the thug life community.
Yeah, but
get
I
your
don't
head
have those
knocked
ties.
off.
I mean, I'm not gonna try to.
She knows where you live.
Like I said, I'm gonna say it immediately up front in a relationship.
If you're not gonna do that, you should just.
If she a real one, she knows. Like, all right, well, I know what I'm getting into, and he's gonna be out if I get caught.
Wait, you said say it again? You said he's gonna be out if I get caught.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be out. Me.
Oh, you're saying if she was okay.
Yeah,
my mind, I was like, oh, okay. Well, hey, to each his own. So, that's what I'm trying to decide. But I don't know if it's a publicity stunt or not. I really don't.
Oh, what? Asking somebody to marry you? You think that could be a
Dude,
publicity stunt?
Come on. In my opinion, a lot of superstars and stuff, they just do the whole marriage thing just for the publicity. Like, I really believe T.I. and Tiny did not have an issue. They just decided to do that to get back into the media and make it exciting for their next show. Like, that's another relationship.
I take marriage real seriously. I don't take it like, I don't know. Like, you know how when you have a certain strong opinion about stuff, you think everybody has that opinion. So I just don't think that people would take marriage like not seriously, because you the stuff you got to go through to get married, especially when you start, you got to go through the prenup You gotta have like lawyers look at the contract and stuff
Wait,
like that.
Wait, you would sign a prenup?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you would get a prenup with your wife?
100%.
So is that saying that you don't trust her all the way? Because that's what I mean. On one hand, a prenup is basically it states the direction of how the relationship is going to go, what you agree to, and stuff like that. But on the other hand, some people look at a prenup as to say that you don't trust a person, meaning that if the relationship doesn't work out, then you go with this, and you go your way with what you came into the relationship with, and the other person goes their way with what they came into the relationship with. Is that not already sabotaging the relationship by signing a prenup, because you're putting in there's some ifs, like it might not work out?
It might not.
So then so then why are you getting into it then? If you take it serious and you saying that there's a percentage that it might not work out, then why would you even get into that relationship in the first place?
No, see, here's the thing. It's like, what you have a business, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand that it might not work out?
Mm-hmm.
So why get into it in the first place?
Yeah, but you were talking about marriage.
I'm asking you a question. Why get into that business in the first place if it might not work out?
Because you're taking the chance that you believe it will.
Exactly. Same answer goes for marriage.
So you're saying that marriage is not 100% then?
It's not. I mean...
You don't think so?
Do you think so?
Depends. It depends. See, I can't because I'm part of the 1%. So, in other words, I have my parents, they've been together for 30-something years. My grandparents been together for 40 to some umpteen years on both sides. So I never went through the whole situation of divorce or things like that. But based off of what happens out in the world, it's not 100%.
Yeah, because see, my thing is this. So your experience with your parents and their marriage is dictating like a little bit on how you view marriage. Mm-hmm. Now to find a person,
I don't believe in divorce.
To find a person that is raised in that same type of environment and belief system, like to have it as strong as you, it's something you got to work on a daily basis. Like you just have to be communicating with your partner. Like I don't believe in divorce either, but that doesn't mean I don't believe it can't happen.
Yeah.
Like saying I don't believe in divorce is just saying that I would try to do everything in my power and the power given to me to be able to not go through that. But if it gets so damaging to where it's like, all right, this is damaging to my mental state, to my mental health, mm-hmm. I think that there's a line that you cross where it's like, now I have to look out for being healthy. Just being healthy. Yeah, just being healthy. Mentally is everything, because mm-hmm. mentally is physically. Just like everything.
What we were talking about in the previous podcast about monogamy or polygamy relationships, right?
Well, yeah, we're talking about why are we going back to this? Because why are we going back to that? So what I'm saying is, there's a point where you could decide this is unhealthy for me, right? And after you go through the unhealthy stage and you try to rebuild and get healthy again, like if it keeps revolving and recurring and it's like going on, mm-hmm. there's a certain point where you understand that it's better for a separation. And yeah, I don't believe in divorce either, because I mean, especially if you got kids involved and stuff like that. Like
that takes a huge toll.
What I really don't believe in though is staying is having a sour relationship. That's what I don't believe in. Mm-hmm. So if it comes to the point where we have a sour relationship, I don't believe in that more than I don't believe in divorce, because I don't want anybody, like I don't want the kids affected by a sour relationship. I don't want family affected by a sour relationship. Mm-hmm. I would rather have a divorce than a horrible relationship. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. So, Did you watch? You didn't watch it. You don't watch. Oh my gosh, you don't watch NBA, do you?
The NBA, the National
Yes,
Basketball
the
Association?
National Basketball. Yes, but us people normally call it the NBA.
Yeah, no, I don't watch the NBA. Most people say, "Do you watch basketball?" But Maverick says, "You don't watch NBA."
Well, I only say that way because I'm being sarcastic. Because I know you don't really watch TV or like that.
Right.
Okay. So, well,
I
guess
watch
I
the
can't.
Braxton Family Values though.
Oh my gosh! You watch reality shows and you really
No,
don't
see,
want to.
the thing- the
You really
problem
don't want to
is-
admit it. Like you are a reality show.
No, see, look, I never really liked reality shows. They're entertaining sometimes, but
You like drama. That's what I'm starting to notice. But you like
no,
drama.
I
you
like
do.
to see how people resolve conflicts.
But yet you do not do that.
What, create conflicts?
Resolve them.
Oh, whatever.
You like to see how they do it, but you're like,
No. How people resolve conflicts is interesting to me, especially like people who are raised in a family, like the Braxtons, like how they resolve conflicts and how they like do what they can to maintain their relationships. You know,
You writing a
how
book?
bad it is, huh?
You writing a book on the Braxtons?
The one Tony wrote.
I said, are you writing a book on the Braxtons?
Oh, I thought you said, did I read it?
No, he has a book. Please tell. Did you read it?
Well, Tony Braxton is a woman.
Yeah.
You know Tony Braxton?
Tony Braxton, yeah.
Please tell me you know Tony Braxton.
Yes, and Tamar and the sing.
Okay,
Come
I don't
on,
know, you
really?
just said he.
First off, no
You
one
just
knew.
said he has a
No,
book.
I'm thinking of I was thinking about something else. I was thinking about her husband. What's his name? That Tamar's husband, producer. He's a producer.
Okay, yeah, Vince.
Vince. That's why I was getting the two mixed up.
Alright, so we're gonna let that one go.
Yes. I knew what you were talking about. I knew what you're, and that's why I was like, wait, he has a book, but you Tony Braxton. Okay.
Yeah, the point is this is that the reality shows that are all about the drama, like just the crazy ones where it's just like y'all just trying to watch people be disrespectful and y'all just trying to watch people be ratchet. Like I'm not about that.
Mm-hmm.
I am about the ones where they actually try to resolve their conflicts because I feel like you learn from how people handle tough situations and how they come back from them and see
In relationships?
Yeah.
What's the most tough relationship you've been in, and whether it was resolved or not resolved?
What kind of just any relationship?
Dating? Yeah, whatever.
Or a dating relationship?
Yeah.
Oh, the toughest dating relationship. You going deep, bruh.
You started talking about it. You like seeing resolutions? Resolutions?
The toughest dating relationship was with one of my best friends. That was the toughest.
Okay, I had to bring the two together because I was thinking best friend is in a dude, and yeah, we talked about best friend with you can't catch her. Wait, no. So you were in a relationship with one of your best friends?
Yes, I was.
Well, that's what.
I mean,
were you best friends with her first, or were you best friends with her
before the
before?
relationship? I mean, it wasn't an official relationship. We never had boyfriend girlfriend title.
Did y'all hook up?
I mean, it was a relationship, but we just didn't put a title on it.
So this kind of, oh my gosh, I can't wait to upload this stuff on SoundCloud tonight at 9:00 so people can hear. Because now, so you caught feelings for your best friend.
Paul, no, actually, it was reversed. It was reversed. It was reversed.
Either way, you still caught feelings.
I mean,
she caught feelings
eventually,
first, and then you
yeah,
caught feelings.
Yes.
So that's why I said guys can't.
You absolutely can't have way more than one.
But best
female
friend.
Best friend.
So then that's not your best friend. You can't have more than one best
Yes,
friend.
I absolutely can.
You can have. I can see you have one female best friend, and one guy best friend.
You can't stop me from having more than one female best friend. So saying I can't have more than one female best friend.
You cannot have.
Well, I do.
So which one's the best one? That's the point of a best friend. Which one's the best
that's
friend?
Ridiculous. You can't say that.
That's if
That's
this
like,
is the right word using
that's like, which one of
oxymoron.
your children do you love the most? You can't say that.
Because they're all your children. But when
Right,
you say
they're
best,
all my best friends.
but no, they're your friends. But then when you say best,
Okay, so what's the difference between Okay, so let me just say.
Let's just get back to what happened.
Because you're saying, what's the difference between
now because you're trying to dodge, you're trying to get out the corner. I want to know the details about how that issue was resolved or wasn't resolved.
Yes, there's all our friends now.
So what happened?
What happened was relationship drama, bro. I do not want to get into it. It was 4 years.
I got tissue right here.
4 years of drama. It ain't
4 years. What I knew you 4 years ago. So is it the person I'm thinking about? That you think I'm thinking about?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, that's what. Okay.
This girl.
So then, so how'd that go?
What
was the issue? Because maybe it could help somebody else out here that's listening right now.
The issue
to the podcast.
Okay.
They want to know.
Right. So use that as an excuse to try to pry open my.
I'm not using. It's not an excuse. It's exactly what I want to know.
You're asking me what was my toughest relationship, and I said it was the relationship with my best friend.
And why was that tough? Because I'm curious. I'm confused.
I'm about to tell you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm confused because it's your best friend, so it shouldn't be that. But go ahead.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that tough. What made it tough was we had, oh man, I think it's just our personalities. It's just, I felt like she was a different person in a relationship than she was as my friend.
Okay.
And that's what made it tough.
So, that's a very general, but like specifically, like what, like, rubbed your fur the wrong way?
No, well, there was no specific event. It's a multitude, a culmination of...
A what?
Culmination.
What?
Culmination.
What? Culminate? You sure you say that right?
How do you say it?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I'm saying it right, bro. It's cumulatively. So
a combination? It sounds like a combination.
Combination. I know which word I'm saying. It's culmination.
Combination, okay, of things.
Yeah, a bunch of things. So it's nothing specific.
Okay. So how you guys did you get in a big fight or anything like that?
Yeah, not like one specific big fight. It was multitude of fights.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and so afterwards, you guys were like, okay, this is not going to work out as a relationship.
Well, the which time? Because
what?
It was on and off. It was on and off, but it was maybe
the final time.
The final time we didn't discuss it. I just had enough.
Okay.
And then that was it.
Okay, so you cut it off. You're like, I'm done.
Right.
Did you try, Mark? Did you try?
I said it was 4 years on and off, so.
But did you really try?
I mean, we weren't married.
Were you about to marry her?
No.
You thinking about marrying her?
Yes.
Did you get the ring?
No. That's why I said I wasn't about to. If you're about to marry somebody, there are certain things that have to be put in place before you're about to marry somebody.
And what are those things?
Getting the ring?
No, technically no. You don't have to have the ring to get engaged.
You don't have to have the ring to get engaged, but I'm talking about how I run my relationship.
How do you run your relationship? You run it up in there. And so it ain't you run the relationships. That's what it is.
Bro, you're literally trying to take my words and twist them.
I'm asking.
I'm talking about my relationships, not your relationships.
No, you said you run the relationship.
You just literally said you don't have to get a ring to be engaged.
But
and
you said
I'm talking about my experiences and my relationships.
So how do you run your relationships?
As far as getting married and getting the ring?
Yeah,
I would get a ring.
Okay.
So we said you were talking about you don't have to get a ring, and I'm like, well, how I would run it is I would get a ring.
Okay. What would have to be in place for you to be like, you know what, I'm going to marry this woman? Like, how do you have a specific time you have to date?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Do you?
Okay. Not per se, no. I would say that certain things would have to be known.
Like what?
Before. Okay, like financially.
So you're getting a prenup too?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say I get. No. I didn't say anything about a prenup.
Okay,
you asked.
Are you getting a prenup?
So am I getting a prenup? No.
You are not getting a prenup?
Don't need to. No.
Why not?
Because when I do, when I do get married,
you say I do?
You said what?
When you say I do?
Well, yep. When I say I do, I don't believe in divorce, and I believe that
What, she's beating you?
In a good way or bad way?
In a bad way.
Oh, okay. I didn't know because you just, I mean, you know, some guys. Then we're gonna have to discuss it. We're gonna have to discuss it.
She's gonna be like,
because it's going to be a certain point. It's going to be a certain point in time where I'm going to have to defend myself. I might snap, and it's a real thing. Men get abused too.
Right. So I'm saying, if you're in a situation that's been domestic violence for 5 years, you're not gonna get a divorce. You're just gonna stick out the domestic violence.
Depends on how strong her jabs are. I mean,
what if it's knives?
Depends on how good she can use the knives. It all depends. It all depends.
You lose a lung.
It all depends.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, you should expect. Your dip game should be ready for that. You know, when it's like.
Okay, what if she's cheating on you?
Yeah, it depends on the situation. Yeah, cheating. Oof,
now,
that's a tough one.
What if she cheat on you? What if she's cheating? Like, it's a real
in the marriage and
yes.
stuff. Well,
see, the thing is, I think you make conclusions before you think about all the possibilities.
There's so many possibilities, so that's why I said it all depends. It all depends.
You don't believe
cheating,
in divorce.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm setting up some scenarios where maybe it would question it would have you take a better look at your belief system. So I'm saying, what if she's a cheating wife?
It depends. I would have to have a talk with the dude.
Dudes.
Dang. Well, I'm pretty sure you could read into that in the dating phase to see if she's about that life. Multiple dudes have to have a talk with multiple dudes. Then we're gonna have to have a talk.
What's this talking? What are you?
Click, click, bang, bang. We're gonna have a talk. And
First of all,
hey,
you can't do that about the whole rest of your life.
Click, click, bang, bang. What's up? It's good. We have to have a nice little conversation. And if you have kids, it's something a little different. Yeah.
Well, I'm saying, what if you have kids and then she's pregnant? You don't know if the baby's yours.
Test it. Trust me, my distinctive features. I know if it's mine.
Peanut head.
I know if it's mine or not. But yeah, I think it all depends on the situation. All depends.
So you
but
can stick around with a cheating wife.
Because everyone makes mistakes. So I look at it as, wow. I mean, it really depends on the situation. It's hard to say. And I think this is one thing that,
so from
even what
guy
women
who doesn't believe in open relationships, saying that he would.
That wasn't cheating. Is not an open relationship. That's cheating. That has nothing to do. No. Open relationship. You're agreeing to it. Cheating is cheating. Okay. And you're trying to. Now you're trying to put words in my mouth.
So it's better to agree to it then.
To it, no. Because now you're no. I'm good. So back to the prenup. Would I get a prenup? No. Because I believe that based off my morals or standards, 90% of everything, when it's time to say I do, based off what I was taught and based off what I believe. You know what's
crazy about that? Sorry to cut you off, but certain states.
You're not sorry to cut me off because you kept going.
I am sorry. I am sorry to cut you off, but in certain states, the wife doesn't need your approval to divorce you. They can just get a divorce from you, and then you just.
They have to do it in Pennsylvania.
I don't know about Pennsylvania, but in New Jersey, you can.
Mm-hmm.
So
I know. Didn't you bring up in Russia you could get a divorce and not have to pay like
child support or anything? So if the wife gets a divorce from you, then takes you to court for spousal support.
Spousal support. Good.
Spousal support.
Spousal support.
Yeah, it's called
like Mary J. Blige and
alimony. Mm-hmm. So now she's trying to take your house and your money.
Was she cheating?
Doesn't matter. She got a divorce.
It does matter.
She got a divorce from you.
No, but if it's in Pennsylvania and there's no law saying it, or there is a law saying that there has to, what is it? Like, I don't even know how you, like, there has to be evidence or something like that to get a divorce? Like of cheating or something? I forget what it's called.
You gonna live in Pennsylvania your whole rest of your life?
I mean, you're going to get married in a state. So that, the state you're going to get married in.
You're going to live in Pennsylvania your whole rest of your life?
I didn't say I was going to live in Pennsylvania the whole rest of my life.
So it's about where you are when you get divorced.
I highly doubt it.
So if you live in Atlanta and you've been living in Atlanta
if you
for
got
30 years,
your license of marriage and everything like that in one state, don't you have to go to that state and file? And
I think it's the state you live in.
Where's your laptop? You have your laptop right in front of you. You never use it.
You have a computer
Google.
right in front of you.
I have to look up, and it's just awkward. I'm trying to talk to you like this. I'm trying to talk to you like this. You can Google to find out. I'm really interested. Or are we just gonna? We're probably just gonna play it ignorant and just
we're just discussing what was based on what we know.
Opinion, which is absolutely nothing.
I'm asking you. So no matter.
So you said, would I get a prenup?
And the question was, what situations would have to be in place for you to get married?
You have. We're both on the same page when it comes to financial gain. We both have the same ideal when it comes to raising kids, and we both have the same idea and belief spiritually. So that's it's those three things. The number one is spirituality. The second thing is being on the same page financially, and then the third would be being on the same page when it comes to raising kids.
So what was the worst relationship you've ever been in?
Whoo! Let's see. The worst one? Yeah, the worst one. You know the situation. Well, I don't know if you know the situation, but you know who she is. I think that was the worst one. And it came down to, maturity on both sides. Learned a lot about myself. And so that was on and off.
We're talking about the girl who goes off, like went a little, like she'll go off on somebody.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was
calm her down and stuff.
Yeah, and that was.
And we was at the club, and she started flipping out on his friends.
I'm trying to remember that part.
We went to some club. I don't know if it was in Philly or if it was. It was here for your birthday.
Don't say too much because we do have listeners and followers that might try to wonder which one it was.
Whatever. The point is,
and it's all respect, though.
They all know who. They always know who it is.
No.
Okay. Well, the point is, your friends came through and she flipped out on them.
Rightfully so, and I understood why, because she put all that time in for it, and just certain things just didn't work out the way she thought it was, and certain people didn't act like it wasn't in disrespect or anything of the part. It was just certain people didn't do or put in the effort that she thought they should. And when the time came, she was like really pissed off. But that's something small. That's something small.
Okay, so the reason why relationship?
The reason it's hard to say the worst because
you were asking me.
No. I'm telling you. You keep cutting me off, and I'm telling you. I'm trying to tell you. So I think that our personalities, when it came to certain situations, when it came to like real life situations, such as thinking about the future and all that stuff, I think we were on two different pages.
What? How?
Maturity wise. We were on two different pages.
I remember you saying that as long as you financially think about the future the same way,
and we were on two different pages when it came to future obligations moving forward.
Okay, what page were you on? What page was she on?
I was on, and she admitted it. I was on a more mature level, and she was still
mature. How
mature level? As in, it's more than just dating. Like, we're doing this for a reason, and there's some things that we should talk about for the future, or how we should go about doing this if we are going to continue this relationship.
And she didn't want to have the conversation.
She did, but her viewpoint on things were different than mine. In other words, I was more. I looked at certain things. I was more. What's the word? Where it's not the norm. It's more. Come on, help me out. it's very a different.
You were more optimistic.
Not optimistic. Unorthodox.
Okay.
The thinking and the way I want to go about things with business, with finance, things like that. It was more
orthodox. So how were you unorthodox?
Because I was into entrepreneurship and starting your own business,
and she's not into that.
She liked the idea, and she wasn't ready for it yet.
Oh,
and so
you would
that's just one. No. It was no. You're not hearing me. You're using just one part of it.
Worker?
No. You're using just one part. So with that, we didn't know how to communicate properly with each other. So it would end up getting into an argument. And then there was dealing with exes. How to deal with that, because
dealing with exes
because she was a good friend with her ex, and so that was an issue.
Dealing with exes is
and especially
emotional.
And the thing was, we both were immature when it came to communicating that, and it would get to a yelling. Because
communicating what?
Communicating how you feel to deal with that and other issues that came up. It would just get into an argument, and then she would shut down. And I can't stand when someone just shuts down. That was my immature. No. It wasn't that. It was when. So if you say, for example, you have an issue and you want to talk about it, right? To whoever. But the person, I don't talk about it right now. But you really want to get it resolved and get it off your chest and stuff like that.
Okay.
You can either handle it two ways. You say, okay, I understand you don't want to talk about it right now. We'll talk about it later, and you swallow that and you wait, or you really push the fact. No, let's get it done now. Get it out of the way. Boom, boom, boom. I was immature in pushing that fact, not understanding, personality and all that.
Sometimes you gotta air it out. Sometimes
you do, and sometimes you just gotta
bite your tongue.
So that's what, and that was back and forth. So when it was good, and when it was bad, it was bad. And that was my one relationship that taught me a lot about myself.
Wait, what did I say was the reason that my relationship ended? I don't even remember.
Because you said you guys had, she wasn't the same person in the relationship as she was as your
yes, absolutely.
friend.
That's true.
Yeah. So yeah, things like that. And now, you got Instagram, you got social media, you got a lot of things. That play a part in relationships if you allow it to. And with that, I mean, this generation, the way it is now, especially like in college and stuff like that, like a lot of females will be upset if you don't like post a picture of you guys.
Post a picture of them on
Instagram. Or how come you're not in a relationship? You know what I mean? And a lot of guys too. Because I remember at first, like, I was definitely, like, it was like, why are you ashamed? You know what I mean? And then you had your insecurities. Because I've been cheated on before. And that was, like, that's the worst feeling in the world. And I can just imagine how can...
this relationship that you didn't get cheated on?
Yeah, it wasn't, no, because this was more of a... It was bad energy when it came to dealing with situations and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
And it was like I said again, it was the maturity level. So I wasn't mature enough to handle. I was like jump off with the gun, like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, it's an issue. Deal with it. Let's deal with it now and be done and over with. And that wasn't the case.
Okay, I feel you.
Yeah. So I guess we gotta wait till Nas comes back, and then we can get a female person female.
So the point is, Maverick would wait for you if you get locked up, ladies. And
after all that we're talking about, would I wait? I didn't even say if I would wait.
You said that if she's ride or die, she might murder you, so you'll wait out of fear.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, but not out of a regular
what if she's
relationship.
not ride or die?
If she's not ride or die?
I mean, what if she's not like a thug?
Then what she got locked up for? She might need to learn a lesson, and I'll
learn
wait.
A lesson by breaking
maybe
up
she
with
did. No, maybe she did something that she deserves to be in there, and I'm not taking a rap. You go and do your time.
Okay, but would you stay in a relationship with her?
Depends on a couple things. And since we don't have enough time, we will come back to it tomorrow, next week.
Let me wrap this conclusion.
Yes, you can go ahead and wrap it up.
In conclusion, Maverick would stay with you out of fear.
If you were a thug and you had bodies.
So threaten him
if
you go to jail. And he also would not get a prenup. So, hey, take him for his money. I'm not giving you any ideas, though.
No, I wouldn't be able to do that. Wouldn't be able to do that. My money's too wrapped up. That's not going to happen. But if you're about to get married, you don't have to worry about that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't believe in the prenups. I don't believe in
and the last thing was his worst relationship was because the maturity level in handling situations.
On both sides. Yes.
And as far as me, I would definitely get a prenup, 100%.
That means you don't trust her, but okay.
That does not. Oh my goodness, that doesn't mean I don't trust her. That does not mean I don't trust her. I want a prenup. She should want a prenup for me too. Like we both signed it.
Now, I do have a good friend. She's my attorney, and we'll close with this. She did put me on, and she said that with prenups, it doesn't always have to be about the money. She said it can be about how you raise your kids, what school they go to, things like that.
Right. Exactly.
So a prenup can be an agreement.
It could be who gets the gap.
An agreement.
Like, seriously.
No, not under the divorce. It can have nothing to do with a divorce. She said you can do a prenup where if you discuss it, so that way in the future you don't forget and you don't change.
I know what prenuptial stands for.
Yes. Well, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you are tuned into the Goonies podcast. Thank you for listening. Make sure you can check us out on Facebook.com/The Goonies Radio. We are always live on the air at Montco Radio Studios. You can call in with your requests, all that other stuff. So, make sure you tune in next week.